I want to tell you a little story today. Now, this story doesn't have a happy ending. So if you're wanting that kind of a story and there's a princess, maybe a frog, like it's not one of those stories. There's no happy ending. The poor guy gets rich, wins the lottery, gets out of the hood. It's not one of those stories. It's actually a pretty bad story. It's about a story, well, it's a story about a doctor who refuses to help a patient. Not a pill-popping patient, not one of those. Not a non-working patient, not one that can't pay. No, all those are the opposite, really. Here's the story. It's about me. Actually, I got injured last year, 2015, and I was injured in a work accident, really, good old work injury, good old workers' compensation. So I get injured at workers' comp. I worked for a cell phone company, and, well, what happened was I fell and hurt my back pretty bad. Like, be honest with you, like, it hurt really, really bad. So, good old, I'm in Tennessee, good old Tennessee workers' compensation. They give you a panel to choose from. Little did I know these panel, or at least the doctor I chose was bought by the insurance company. So I get this panel to choose from, and I choose this panel. I choose Paul H. Johnson, Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. I go to Paul. He was a dick the first time. I was like, whatever. Second time, okay. The guy was feeling me out. We'll make sure I wasn't a lazy ass. No, I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not. So go through him, and, I get the physical. I go MRI. He's like, oh, I don't think anything's wrong. So obviously the dude's already got this preconception. So, and I'll get back to that in a minute because it's so important. It's so important to understand the psychology of this doctor. So you go there, and he does this MRI, go to the MRI, get that done. He sees, a couple bulging discs. He's like, oh, that's nothing. It's just a bulging disc. Don't worry about it. You can't see anything on the nerve line, so, there's nothing there. Okay, that's fine. But I'm in pain. So I don't care what you see. I really don't. I could care less what's on there, what's not on there, unless it's cancer or something like that. All I want to do is be able to go to work and live a normal life. I'm a bow hunter. I moved to Tennessee to enjoy the fucking outdoors. Okay. So fast forward, get the MRI, get physical therapy. Oh, I had injections. Did I mention that? Yeah, an injection. He put it right above the SI joint. Yeah, it lasted 2 weeks, and apparently that wasn't enough. So this is what he tells me. You got bulging discs. There's nothing on the nerve. I tried physical therapy. It didn't really work. Then we tried, the injections, the physical therapy, and you're not a surgery candidate. And this is what he says. I'm a surgeon. I have 3 tools in my tool bag. Surgery, physical therapy, and injection. They didn't work. So I believe you're in pain. I really do. But I'm going to go ahead and release you at 100%. Now, this isn't, sometimes you get shoulder pain. It's whatever, just go through your daily life. I can't walk. I actually own a business now. That's who I am. I've owned several businesses in my life. I'm that type of a person. I work for a living. I don't get food stamps. I don't rely on the government to pay for my way or my family's way. If I want to go on a vacation, I don't just buy my food with food stamps for 6 months and save up my money. I go to the fucking grocery store, I buy my own food, and I buy for my own fucking vacation. I buy for my own fucking tires. I pay for my own way. So, he says, you're 100%. I can't even walk, to be honest. I mean, I can't, I'm in my car, and I can't even fucking... Oh, you know what I did? Because you want to know what the Tennessee law says. You get to pick a primary doctor from the list, like I told you. I picked that list, and guess what happened? He said, fuck you, and I'm not going to treat you. So now, guess what? I'm injured. Now, I don't get Obamacare because I work. Yeah, that's the funny thing about the free Obamacare. It's only free for you fuckers who don't want to work. I bought a TENS unit. I got one of these. It's like this. It's this cool little TENS unit. Like, it hooks up with these probes, and I currently have it hooked up right now. Oh, it's a fancy one. Yeah, I didn't buy the $20 one. No, I bought the $100 one. Don't work. Want to know what's wrong with me? That this doctor, I'm sweating like a pig. I don't even think pigs sweat, but if they did, that's what I'm sweating like. The doctor couldn't figure it out. Oh, I don't know. I believe you're in pain. It's not the SI joint, you dumbass. Paul Johnson, who doesn't give a fuck about me. No. It's the piriformis muscle. Oh, guess what happens? The hamstrings get tight. Then the piriformis muscle gets tight. And then it goes right over the SI joint. My gosh. And you know what? A syndrome, or what happens when you have this syndrome called piriformis dysfunction, is you get degeneration in your spine, up to and including bulging discs in your back. Holy shit! Mind blown! Like, so you're telling me, just like a year of research and pain dealing with this, I can figure this shit out, but you can't? You can't figure this shit out? Like, I mean, it's fucking like, it blows my mind that this even goes out. So you're sitting here and you're like, what the fuck's this video? This video is for anybody who's in Knoxville, Tennessee, and wants to have anything done with their back. Do not go to Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Like, I'm telling you, if you're in this situation, if you get injured and you just happen to have seen this video and the insurance company for workers' comp gives you a list and Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic's on it, don't go to it. I would trust fucking Hillary Clinton or a mosquito with the fucking Zika virus before I would trust this guy. Oh, and did I mention I still have workers' compensation? I can still go see a doctor for my back, but I have to see my primary doctor that I picked from that list. Remember who that was? Paul Johnson, just in case you didn't know, in case you weren't listening to this whole fucking video. So let's play this scenario out. I'm injured. I need to go see a doctor. It's paid for by the workers' compensation injury, like insurance, because I got injured on fucking camera. Okay. So it's all legit, you know. I fell because the janitors couldn't clean up a fucking wet spot, and I almost put a fucking hole in some sheetrock. So you're injured. You want to go to the doctor. They say, you got to go to your primary care doctor. Great. You go to Paul Johnson. What's he say? Why are you here again? I've already told you there's nothing I can do for you. Great. So could you refer me? And that's what I said. Could you refer me somewhere? Like, I get it. In high school, they just like, fuck you. Just go back to the next grade, you know, or go to the next grade. No. You know what he says? Sure. If the insurance company wants to pay for that, well, then they'll do that. But I don't feel that it would help you. Even better. I don't know if I mentioned this at all, but he put me at 100%. Like, I'm pretty sure if you get a splinter, you're like 99. Like, you're not even 100% because you got like, you're like, damn, this, like, fuck, I gotta get this shit out. It hurts. There's a red mark, you know? I mean, I got a fucking cut right there. You see that cut? I'm at like 99.94%. I'm not at 100% because I got a cut, right? Obviously, I can't walk. So let's play this out on a daily basis. I wake up in the morning. I can't fucking hardly breathe. Well, I can breathe. I shouldn't say that. But the pain is so fucking immense that I can't get out of bed. My hip hurts so bad. And it's the right hip. So let me just explain to you. The piriformis muscle, take where your leg goes into your hip or your pelvis, and there's a joint there called the SI joint. There's also a muscle that goes from that, which is right around where your ass is, and it goes all the way down your fucking leg, down the middle of your ass, right? Well, when that gets stretched, then it pulls and your hamstrings get locked and you get no relief. You're in a massive pain, and I got to sit in the shower. I got to put heat pads and ice, and nothing really works. I sit in this car and I cross my fucking leg over my right leg over my left leg like this. Look at this shit. You see this? You see what I got to do? This? And then lean forward. Yeah, you got to lean forward. And that, you know what that does? It stretches your piriformis. Now, I can barely even get to, I'm like leaning back. Watch this. Yeah. You know what? I have a high pain tolerance. So when I'm in this much pain, you know that there's a fucking problem. So if you're ever in Knoxville, Tennessee, and you have some pain, go see Tenova, man. Go see, they got like a pain management. Go there. Go anywhere, but don't go to Paul H. Johnson with Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Now, am I angry? Dude, I'm not an angry person. I love people. And to be honest with you, I would probably give the dude fucking gas if his car broke down. I'm the guy with my hip just today at a walk-in clinic trying to get some help because I have to pay for this shit on my own. I don't get no help, no government help, no help from anybody, including the doctor who pretty much fucked me over. Guys in an Xterra, a white Xterra. I'm pretty sure Nissan makes it. It's an old, like, you know, back in the 2000s they had an SUV. And he needed to pop his clutch. So, guess what? I'm pushing his car. Oh, I can barely walk, but that's what I'm doing. But I'm not in pain. I'm not in fucking pain. No. I'm really not. I'm just in extreme pain, not in pain. I am pain. Like, literally, I don't ever get pain-free. And the thing is, I hope the doctor at some point, I hope he feels as much pain as I feel. Like, I would never want to say that to someone, but the fact that you have so much disregard for my pain and my health. Now, remember when I told you about the doctor's mood? Here's what happens when I walk into the doctor's office. You walk into the doctor's office, and you explain things to him. He doesn't look at you one time, Mr. Paul Johnson. He don't look at you. No. He sits there and looks, and I study psychology, so I like to read people for a living. It's something I like doing. I don't get paid. I think it's funny because everybody's actions they have. I mean, there's so many things that you can look at people, from their mood to their actual body actions to micro expressions to the way people look up, they look down. I mean, it really can tell you a lot about the brain. So, Paul Johnson, the whole time you're talking to him, he shakes your hand, sits in his little office chair, and he looks down at a piece of paper. Yeah, so I was at the store and I fell onto a fucking knife, and then 3 Mexicans came and they beat me to a pulp because they thought I was racist Donald Trump. No. He doesn't even look at you. I could say whatever. I could say that, like, I just seen ISIS run through town with guns, and he wouldn't even look up. Because he didn't even care. Like, I was pretty sure he was drawing Hangman, and he was, like, guessing a word that he didn't even know. Like, he wrote down a word and was like, hey, let's pretend like we're playing Hangman. He doesn't look at you. He doesn't care. And then when you're done talking, okay, sure. And it's like, goes on with what he already planned. Like, it didn't matter what you said. It really doesn't matter what you said. Because he's going to do what he wants to do because he doesn't care about you. Like I told him before, I'll tell him again, and I'll tell you. He has a boat payment to make. I wasn't a surgeon in it because he's right. I don't have a herniated, it's like a bulging disc from the piriformis. It's strain. And so that's what happens to your disc. He's got a boat payment to make, and he's paid by the insurance company. I mean, really, let's be honest. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but what other reason would he have not to want to treat me? An honest working American, me, or it doesn't matter if you're an American, it really doesn't. But an honest working person who went in from day one, he didn't even have to say it. I said it. I don't want fucking narcotics. I don't. They kill people on a daily basis. New studies come out every single year about accidental doctor overdose. What's that? Oh, let me give you some education. Accidental doctor overdose is when you take the right amount of prescription. So let's say Vicodin or Percocet. The doctor says take 1 to 2 every 4 hours. We'll say you don't even take 2. You take 1 every 5 hours, not even 4. You're taking it past what he says, so you should be saved. And your body has an allergic reaction because it's chemicals, and you die. Yeah, that shit's real. You might